Hey everyone, Andrew Jagim, exercise physiologist, sport nutritionist here. Today I want to talk about creatine for sport performance. So a lot of athletes have interest in taking creatine as a supplement because they've probably heard it can improve performance. And so oftentimes it's, well, what kind of sports can benefit the most, or what types of athletes can benefit from supplementing with creatine? Usually my short answer is every athlete can probably benefit in some way from taking creatine. And if we kind of look at it in two primary ways, one of which being, can creatine enhance some kind of strength conditioning program for athletes? Overwhelmingly, the answer to that is yes. There's hundreds of studies that have looked at creatine's ability to improve, kind of long-term training performance when undergoing some kind of strength training program, resistance training program, or strength conditioning program. And so what that means is athletes usually are able to train at a higher intensity or engage in a higher training volume over time, so that we see kind of an enhancement of training adaptations. Meaning, if you're lifting more or lifting with higher quality workouts, over time that's going to lead to greater improvements in strength, power, muscle mass, etc., which has obvious implications for a lot of different athletes and a lot of different sports. So we can kind of look at it that way in terms of creatine could probably improve sport performance because it's enhancing the quality of your workouts, enhancing the quality of training programs and strength conditioning activities, whether it's in season or in the off season. So that's kind of, again, one way to look at it. But we can also view creatine's benefits with more of a focus on sport performance itself. And so again, there's been several studies that have looked at the benefits of creatine supplementation with very much a focus on sport performance, whether it's swimming, whether it's soccer, whether it's endurance sport performance, football. And again, we can kind of look at various dimensions of that, whether it's 40-yard dash times, whether it's 100-meter sprint performance, whether it's repeat swim performance, and we're kind of timing athletes to see how fast they can do these things or how fast they could recover in between sprint activities. There's also more focused projects that have looked at, soccer specific tasks and how creatine supplementation can improve passing accuracy, foot speed, sprint speed during match play, and those types of things. So again, very much a clear relationship between creatine supplementation and some of the benefits we see, whether it's in the pool, on the court, out in the field, in terms of how creatine can improve performance with those types of activities. So whether we're talking about creatine's benefits in the weight room and strength conditioning, or creatine's performance implications out in the court or out in the field, both can kind of benefit from that longer term creatine supplementation strategy. So again, regardless of the sport, regardless of the athlete, regardless of whether we're talking weight room or field-based performance benefits, creatine is likely a good idea for athletes to be incorporating in their regular supplement regimen. Thanks for listening.